So our next stepping set is called Rooster Stands on one leg, and it's probably the easiest one that we have out of all of the stepping sets. If you watch the series that I have up for rooting and balance, there's one video called Stepping Forward, and the step that you do in that video to work on balance is exactly the same step that we do in this exercise. So if you have that down, all you have to worry about is the hands. This one being super simple, it shouldn't take you very long to grasp it or get a hold of it. The main thing that will help you keep things where they're supposed to be, the main thing to keep in mind, is whichever leg comes up, that hand is up, and the other hand's down. So if my left leg is up, my left hand is up. If my right leg is up, my right hand is up. If you keep that in mind, this one won't be too hard for you to get and to hang on to for a long time. So to start with, relaxed, rooted, feet together, hands relaxed to the side. What you're going to start with is turning the right foot out to a 45, but you're going to keep facing forward. So it's not like diagonal flying, where my whole body turns diagonal, it's just the foot. So my foot turns diagonal. As it does that, I kind of push it to the side with my right hand. So it's like I have a stick in my hand and I'm using it to just push that foot out to the side, here. Then I root into that leg. That's my grounded leg. This leg, I take the weight off of it, and as it comes up, I'm going to lift my left hand up, same time I lift my left leg, here. You don't want to lift it up high, you don't want it in really close, it's about right in between, about there. From here, as I step down, I push down with the left hand, there, and push that foot to the side. So it's again like I have a stick in this hand that I'm using to push that foot out to a 45. Then I shift forward to that foot, root, establish my balance, establish my root, and as my right leg comes up, my right hand comes up here. So the arm is right above the leg there. Then I push down with the right hand, right leg goes down, gently touches on the heel, turns out to a 45, I shift forward, establish that root, and the left side comes up. So it's the same thing over and over. Down, gently touch, leg straight forward, push the foot to a 45, shift, establish that root, the other leg comes up, the other hand comes up. And down, gently touch with the heel, push to the side, shift, and come up. Down, push to the side, shift, and come up. Down, push to the side, shift, establish that root, and come up. So here's something that's important to remember is that back leg that you're standing on, or the bottom leg, the rooted leg, you don't want to lock that leg out. You want a slight bend in it. When you step with the toes straight forward and you're stepping straight forward. So you're not stepping to the side and you're not stepping with the foot turned. You step straight on here, and then that foot turns to a 45. Then you shift, establish the root, keep a slight bend in that leg. You can straighten it up a bit as you come up, but don't straighten it completely. Leave that slight bend as you come through. This hand, the fingers are facing forward, palm is down, just kind of a natural bend in the arm, so it's not straight, it's not super bent, just relaxed. And this right hand is up here, rather than out here or in close, it's in between, above the knee, here. Now I'm going to do it going to the side so you can see what that looks like. So again, starting facing this way, everything's forward. I'm going to push to the right with the right hand, right foot, shift, and establish that root. Pick up the left, here, push down with the left hand, pushing down with the left foot, straight in front of me. Push the foot to the left, shift, establish that root in the left leg. As the right hand comes through, bring the right leg through, down, push down, to the right, open with that leg, palm down, fingers forward, shift, bring the left leg through. Notice my arm isn't in really close, it's not way out here, it's just comfortably in between. Push down, to the side, shift, Establish that root in the left leg, and come up. Down, turn to the right, shift, establish that root, come through. Something that's really important about this as you do it is be careful while you're doing all of your Tai Chi moves that you aren't doing it like this. Keeping everything really small and really close and not opening up. Something that's interesting about the way the Chinese look at things is you can change the way your mind looks at things by changing the way you move your body. In other words, if someone is very kind of closed and reclusive and they tend to be kind of withdrawn from people, a lot of times you see it in their movements. You see the way they hold themselves, it's closed, everything's in close, and when you see them do Tai Chi, it's like this. Nothing wants to open up. When you see people that are very outgoing, a lot of times when they do Tai Chi, man, they're into it. Like things are moving out when they do stuff. They're going into deep stances and everything's really open and really big. And you can see that personality coming through in the form. Well, something that's interesting is if you start to move like someone who is more confident, it'll kind of trick your brain into thinking maybe you are a little bit more confident. And it can help open up your personality and open you up to the world a little bit more. So as you do this, try to be open with your body, good posture. Don't be rounded in, don't be pulled in close. Open up. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit withdrawn. If that's your personality, that's fine. But it can help build confidence, and it can kind of help open you up to the people around you and the world around you if you start to make your movements a little bit more open and a little bit more confident. So keep that in mind as you practice. With all of these moves, when you're doing your pushes, don't stop way back here. Give it a good push. When you're doing these moves, don't keep it in really close. Open up. Now there is a difference if you have physical limitations that don't allow you to open up like that. That's one thing. And we definitely don't want you to do anything in these videos when you're following along that would be uncomfortable or unsafe for you, so please listen to your body. If your body says don't push that arm out there, that's a different story. Don't push your arm out there. But if it's just a comfort thing where you don't, not like a physical comfort, but kind of an emotional comfort, sometimes it can be good to open up a little bit. So give it a try. If it's too uncomfortable, don't worry about it. But when you're practicing Tai Chi, being open is something that you want to do. You want to be relaxed, you want to be open, and you want your postures to be comfortable, but full postures, not withdrawn postures. That's something that, again, becomes more important as you get into the martial side of Tai Chi when you go into push hands. If you find that all your motions are really, really small and really in close, then you miss some of the important concepts in Tai Chi like Pung, where you want to be full and keep things from getting into your space. So play with that. Try to open it up a little bit if you're in close. It's not very complicated, but it can be very relaxing, and it can be very good for your balance if you practice it a lot. Thanks for watching.